I knew I'd need flashing between the main roof shingles and cupola. I built a scale model so I could explore how to do it. What you're looking at is the model with a small piece of flashing that will prevent water from entering where the main pieces intersect. By the way, I used Bondic, an ultraviolet curing product, to make the model. It was great. Originally, I intended to make the main pieces in the shape of a rectangle. That meant the little piece would be exposed. I didn't like the way that looked. So I next tried making the large pieces in the shape of a trapezoid with the bottom base longer than the top base. I tried it out, and that one I found satisfactory. So that was the method I decided to use. I bought 20 feet of 6-inch wide 26 gauge copper from basiccopper.com. Number is 252-491-2812. They have everything copper. I lightly sanded the roll in preparation for applying a patina. Here I am cutting the roll to the proper length. I bought this simple 30-inch sheet metal brake at Harbor Freight for $65. It was perfect for the job. I measured the angle I needed using a sliding T-bevel and used that as a guide to bend the copper sheet. Here's one finished piece and all 8 pieces completed. I used Miracle-Gro with 3 parts red wine vinegar to create a patina that formed within 30 minutes and became permanent within 24 hours. I did that the evening before installing. And here is where the flashing needed to go. This small piece was used to cover where the large pieces overlapped. And the flashing installation complete. I used 1 1/4-inch copper roofing nails to secure the flashing. Now it was time for the cupola. The first step was to install the lattice window assembly. I had to keep in mind while performing this maneuver which end was the bottom, as the assembly needed to flip once getting it up onto the roof. The safety bar would have gotten in the way, so I had to remove that.
Okay.
Here's where I had to stop for a moment, trying to figure out how I was going to get the assembly onto the roof. I was concerned that it was going to be too heavy for me to lift, but it was lighter than I thought. easier than I thought. I had to be careful here, as I didn't want to damage the flashing. I'd previously marked which side I wanted to face to the house, as it would be the side that people would see. One of the windows had a slight flaw, and I wanted that to be facing the rear. This was the moment of truth. I'd built the cupola over the winter and the roof opening for the cupola over the summer. Would they fit together? Holy fuck. It works. I'm tapping the assembly up and down to make some minor adjustments so that it would fit perfectly over the opening. Oh my God, I thought this would be a problem. Holy crap, it worked perfectly. Applying the caulk. I temporarily raised the lattice window assembly with a scrap of 2x4 so I could apply the caulk. With the caulk applied, I lowered the lattice window. Then screwed the assembly down with 8 3-inch wood screws. With that complete, it was now time to do the cupola roof. The first thing I needed to do was install the top plate. And with that, the lattice windows were complete. Installing the rafter assembly. 2 opposing rafters needed some persuasion in the form of a pipe clamp to get them into place. And the rafter assembly installed. Getting ready to install the pre-cut tongue and groove decking. And here's the decking almost complete. And there was one section, 3 pieces, that must have expanded over the winter. I had to trim them to fit. The tongue and groove decking is finished. Now it's time to install the 7/32 inch plywood, and the plywood installation is complete. Then it's time to install the fascia, and the fascia installation complete. Now applying the building paper and applying the shingle starter strip. And here I am getting ready to install the pre-cut shingles and capping the ridges. The top will be covered by the weather vane. And here's the completed cupola.